from WXOW, this is La Crosse's own News 19 Daybreak.
Good morning and welcome back. Well, as we are in the midst of this global pandemic, the La Crosse Public Library wants to make sure your voice is documented for future generations. We're talking this morning with archivist Jenny DeRocher about the Documenting Voices community project. Jenny, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So this is kind of that idea that we are in the midst of this historic event and a way to show future generations what La Crosse was like during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah, so as archivists and historians of the community, the La Crosse Public Library Archives really wants to show the community that we want everyone's experiences. We want to collect documents from everybody in the community, and we want to hear a variety of different experiences too. We want the voices from the people who are making decisions at their workplace, or the people who are parents and are going through difficult times right now. The people who are going to work every day and interacting with hundreds of people. We want to hear different experiences and then document them for future generations in the archives, yeah.
Yeah, because this is something, you know, as we're going through it, we're all experiencing it in a little different way, but maybe not thinking right now about how people hundreds of years from now will look back on this time.
Yeah, and I got the idea of it from one of my friends from grad school. And she is an archivist at the Cambridge Historical Society in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Her name is Maggie Hoffman. And she created this nearly exact survey. I changed it up and I added some more questions with my coworkers. But she created something very similar to this, and I felt very inspired by it. And her and I were talking, and what really struck me as being important is she was saying, as she was framing her questions, she was specifically thinking back to what she would ask somebody who experienced the 1918 pandemic and what she would want to know from people, everyday people who went through that pandemic.
And folks, I understand, can either share their story personally or remain anonymous with this. And you know, you talk about it as a survey, but also just to use it as a way to cope, a cathartic experience.
Yeah, that's right. It is a survey. We're using Google Forms just because of the simplicity of it. But yeah, I mean, you can really frame your mindset to be, this is a journal entry. I'm just sharing my thoughts. No one has to know that this is me, my identity. This is a place to just let some thoughts go that we're all holding right now. And you can identify yourself if you want to, but you don't have to, because I think it will be more cathartic if you can just kind of let go of everything on your mind right now.
Yeah, it is a fascinating thing to think of, even just a couple of years from now, looking back on this time and seeing what it was like, what we were all experiencing and thinking and feeling. And Jenny, we thank you for taking charge of this project. We will have the link on our website, WXOW.com, if you want to participate in that Documenting Community Voices. Jenny, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Alyssa, over to you.
Well, thanks, Dustin. And we are dealing with a dense fog advisory that it will go into effect and continue until 9 o'clock. I'll let you know what that means for you here just after the quick break.